guess what? You're gonna be happy. What? Impossible! Well, yeah, with that mentality. But honestly, I am so sick of people being miserable pricks, yelling, sulking, and all around being morose schmucks, almost determined to be miserable jackasses. And I know for all the people who have watched over the years, y'all gonna be like, dude, you're always angry and miserable. Who are you to tell me to be happy? Well, first, I'm generally miserable because people are miserable. I've always been a mirror reflecting the human stupidity that is collective society. So yeah, if you're gonna be miserable, so am I. But not anymore. I don't understand. Doesn't surprise me. Look, folks, you can't possibly be fine with living a life so bereft of joy that you wake up just wanting to go back to bed. Y'all seem to make everything a problem. Everything is drama. Everything is an earth-shattering crisis. And everything affects you so much, you're literally shaking. Yeah, I don't do that. And neither should you. Why would you even want to? I mean, are you all defining yourself so much by your emotional state that you can't move past it? Do you really want to live your life miserable merely because you feel miserable? Because the world is terrible? I mean, you're not wrong. Politics, environment, music, arts, you name it, it's probably terrible. But guess what? It always has been. It doesn't matter. Of course it matters! I don't know. I've been bitching, complaining, and ranting for over 20 years, and you know what's changed? Nothing. In fact, it's gotten worse. And that's not my fault. Hey, I tried. I warned you. But no one wanted to listen. Because everyone's ego got so entangled with their views or politics that no one can move beyond those views because to do so would be to accept that part of their identity, their ego, is wrong. And for humans to admit they're wrong, well, that seems to be impossible, doesn't it? And so, here we are. Dumb planet with dumb people being freaking dumb. Drama-addicted idiots, hot-take hotheads, uninformed amoebas following blindly, and willful idiots determined to believe the false information they've digested merely because, well, what the hell ever. I don't care. Because when I did care, you know what I got? I got yelled at, punched, spat upon, repressed, and essentially blacklisted because I walked the line of logic. And people don't want logic anymore. They want you to be on their side and be their little echo chamber of agreeance, or they want to fight you because you're not on their side, because your opinion is different. The concept of civilized debate is dead. Digital witch hunts are rampant, and everyone writhes around in an apocalyptic pool of opinions, fighting each other to be heard. I'm not doing that. At this point, I know I'm smart enough to know that I don't know everything, and I'm also intelligent enough to be able to weigh the evidence, assess the situation, or, if I'm unsure, track down enough legitimate information to make up my own mind using logic and facts available to me at the time. I'm also smart enough to not be so emotionally invested in my opinion of something that I can't have my views evolve when new, legitimate facts are introduced to any particular instance. If you can't do this, I can't help you, and I generally don't want to. Be smart enough to know you're not smart enough. You're not making any sense. Maybe not yet, but one day you'll connect the dots and a picture will emerge. Until then, I'm gonna go get a bagel with cream, cheese, cream. Yeah. And just sit, watch, and enjoy humanity going at each other's throat every day for the littlest things. And smart people, I invite you to do the same. Just take a step back and stop getting emotionally invested in bullshit. It all means nothing. Seriously, y'all need to work on that sense of detachment. Because I'm kind of feeling y'all take things way too seriously. And hey, if you want to be the person whose purpose it is to be miserable because the world is such a bad place, well, good for you. You do you. But martyring yourself because the world is in an awful state isn't going to make the world less awful. In fact, your negativity is making it a bit worse for everyone. So, come on. Rid yourself of all the social media-induced anxiety and stress. Work on that sense of detachment and remove yourself emotionally from situations others feel you need to feel strongly about. If you work on this, then maybe, just maybe, you won't have to be popping pills every 45 minutes just so you can cope with the ever-increasing stresses of the world. 'Cause guess what? It's not gonna get better. Trust me, we've been around. It doesn't get better. What you're feeling now is the best you're gonna get. Unless you change your mind and make a mindful effort to make things better in your own head. If this is all too thinky for you or too deep, whatever, you're not there yet. Go watch some streamer complain about something that isn't important. I'm sure there's some video game whose DLC isn't completely bug-free that y'all need to spend the week screeching about. If you want to be miserable, fine, be miserable. Over there. I'm gonna go detach myself from the nonsense of humanity and just appreciate whatever it is I can while I can. You should do the same. Because sometimes the only thing keeping you from being happy is yourself. And if that self is stopping you, kick it in the nuts, okay? That's it. Go. Kick yourself in the nuts. Sometimes that's not enough to change your mind all the time, feeling the stresses of the world on your shoulders. Walk it off.